So, welcome to the Blonde Bombshell Belief Late at Night edition. Um, I did a lot of work outside today, mowing wise, so therefore I took the night off from working out. Did a lot of housework tonight, so this is just now my time for me time, and I decided to do some of your questions and answers tonight. Okay, this first question was from a dear friend. It said, um, you know, I this couple that I've known forever and a day, and I adore them both. They broke up and then got back together, and lately he's asked her to marry him, but they're only going on date 6. Um, Now, in his argument, he's like, he doesn't see why they just can't go ahead and get married because they've been on and off dating for approximately 3 years. In her argument, she thinks that it's too soon to even consider the option because he was dating 4 other girls and then took a time out of the relationship. And she's like, it's just too soon. So they both asked me my opinion. My opinion is continue dating. Um, Marriage, it could happen for you, but don't pressure it. Look at it further down the road. Um, I know that, they say that love knows no time or whatever, but don't feel like you have to do it just because you're out to prove that you've changed. And don't feel like you're out to get married just to be in the sake of marriage. I hope that that makes sense. Next question. Ooh, this is a good one. Dear Bombshell, I'm scared to love again. Lately there's this guy, though, who's pushing down all my walls and all my barriers, and I just wish that he would understand I'm not at that point to accept a new relationship. What should I do? Dear Scared to Death, if you are that scared, then do the best thing for both you and him and don't. Because all of your previous concerns and worries that you had from the other relationship will haunt a new relationship. So therefore, I would say just don't. Dear Bombshell, this is a good one. I am been pursued heavily by a man who is married. Now, they are legally separated in his defense. However, I feel like if you are legally separated, you should not be pursuing a new relationship. Do you agree? Absolutely. Let him go back home to his wife because, like it or not, wife means for life. And you make a commitment, you should stand by it. And who knows if there's kids involved, and just put yourself in that person's shoes. Would you want to be the one that's getting cheated on, lied to, and who knows what he's telling her? Maybe he's giving her false hope, saying that somewhere down the line they're going to work things out and the legal separation will go away and they'll be back to husband and wife. You're not in that relationship. You're not that person. Unless you are in that relationship, you really don't know what's going on between those two. So run the other way. Dear Bombshell. Oh, this one's tough. A girl contacted me, this is one of my guy friends, and said that she was interested in a relationship. However, she has so much emotional baggage, I'm scared to be in a relationship with her. What is your take on this situation? It's really up to you. If you can be a man and help her step up and overcome her emotional baggage, then go for it. If you can be a mouse and be scared of what the past has done to this poor girl and feel like there's no future in it, then run the other way. Whew. Dear Bombshell. Ooh, this one's kind of an interesting take, actually. Um, it says, I am interested in spending money, not foolishly, but wisely. Can you give me any advice on how to go about spending money? Now, let me just see how they're wording this. In a reasonable manner where I can afford my hopes and dreams and what's that word? I don't know what that word's supposed to be. I would say I'm in financial counseling myself, and my counselor today said that she was proud of me and said that the future, she was like, let's not think that, I'm going to say the word. One of my friends is like, don't discuss that word. It makes a lot of people mad when you say it. But let's just say, for the case of argument, that somewhere down the line that you do get to adopt. In my case, I had to go through some financial counseling, and I think that was a good thing. It helped me learn and realize you just don't go spending money hoo-hallishly and thinking that, you'll pay it sooner or later, but you need to have this now. Each situation's different. I would say probably look into financial counseling for yourself. Okay, let's see here. I will take one personal question, and then I think I'm going to call it a night. Dear Bombshell, through your financial counseling, staying on the same topic, what have you learned? Very simple. It was so funny because at the time that I abused my finances, let's just put it that way, I went emotionally bankrupt with Mr. X number one, Mike. And I went financially bankrupt in the fact that I went out and spent things that I could have done without, yes. But at the time, it didn't seem that way, and I needed an outlet to escape all of the wounds, if you will. Because when you come in second best to a best friend's wife after 8.5 years, and after waiting and hoping and praying that you would be not a virtual wife but a real life wife, then you really, it's hard to overcome. And then there was Mr. Park, and he was really after me for my looks. Let's just be honest. At the time, I looked wonderful and had a lot going for me. And I would just say I abused my credit yet again after that whole fiasco because I was out to prove a point. And the point was that I needed to be able to look good and have fun and feel young, and most importantly beautiful, because I didn't feel like that. With PCOS, you're never really confident in your own abilities, your own self, your own self-worth even. And I think that's why the costumes came about so much, why I spent so much money on those. Do I regret the costumes? Everything happens for a reason. And I would say it was a very hard lesson learned, and that you can be idolized for your costumes and your caricatures that you pick out to portray. However, beauty is only skin deep for so long, and after a while looks fade, and it shouldn't make emotions fade like that, but it does. And therefore, I don't know, I don't regret everything I've been through, because everything I've been through is a learning process. I just wish things would work out differently. Okay, let's see here. Dear Bombshell, you've had concerns over your computer not working. What's the deal on that? The fan on my computer, in order for me to be on my computer at all, I have to be charged into the actual charger into the wall. It's older. It needs so many replaced things on here. I am looking forward to replacing it. Not today, obviously, but somewhere down the line, hopefully. Anyway, that's all I feel like answering tonight. Kind of tired. It's really late at night. I wish you all the best. Nothing less. Keep those questions coming. Love you all.